Hi good people, Ritha Talk Show, still at Central Park 2019, very excited today. I am so humbled that we are talking music and empowerment with the legend. First guest, who is the music legend? It's WAKAZI, you have it right. So I am truly humbled and honored and excited to learn from this gentleman. Kwa kweli, you will thank me, I know. Karibu WAKAZI.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
Yep.
Such a blessing.
Likewise.
And I said this to two people in the show, and I'm saying this again. Your energy is so infectious. You're very calm
a little bit.
Yeah.
A little
So
bit.
please tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm WAKAZI. Yeah, I was born in Webiro, Wassira, and from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania.
Yeah.
Actually, I was born in a hospital not too far from here.
Yeah?
Yeah, Aga Khan.
Ah.
Yeah. So, but I grew up in Stakishari, Ukonga most of my life, but I'm a Dar es Salaam dweller. I've been in Dar es Salaam all my life. And then later on, I got an opportunity to earn higher education abroad, the United States. And then throughout my journey from a youngin to my adolescent years up to being now a grown up, I've been liking music, and I officially became a recording artist. Yeah, some 7-8 years ago, where I started pursuing music seriously as a profession, as a hip hop / rap artist.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what I'm about. Philanthropist,
Yes,
also an
yes.
actor,
Yes.
you know, and so forth and so forth.
Yeah, so your support for people who are really putting effort and coming up is humbling. You post my video. Oh my God, I went crazy. And I'm saying this, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But
You're welcome.
going through your page, it's not only me.
Yeah.
You're helping everyone who is coming your way.
True.
Why?
First of all, it's kind of like I know the feeling where you need support and it never comes. So when I see somebody putting effort, I'll be like, you know what? They deserve a chance. Because I know it was a time where I felt the same way. I deserve a chance. Maybe it never came, but I'm like, okay, if I'm in a position to help, why not? Because there was a time, a moment where I was crying for the same opportunity. Sometimes it came, sometimes it didn't come. So I'm like, okay, if somebody deserves something and you're in a position to change their position, to change their whatever, it's like you can just do it. It's not going to hurt me.
Yeah.
What somebody told me, and especially when I help out other artists, somebody told me, the sky is big enough for all the stars to shine. So it's like,
you're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right. Wow, that's really nice.
Yeah.
I love your music.
Appreciate.
I do. I listen to your music. And why music? What inspired you?
Okay. So how I got introduced to music was through my big brothers. My big brothers used to listen to R&B and hip hop and soul. So I was getting things from them. You know, how they were excited about music. When I look at them, the joy they had.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing my brothers like dancing to New Edition.
Yeah.
You know, BBD, Cool Mood D, LL Cool J, the early stuff. You know, the early Whitney Houston. You know, so I was like, okay. So I was kind of like, okay, I like that. You know. So by the time I was by myself and I was making friends. I met friends who got influenced by their brothers into music as well.
Wow.
So we started out, hey, do you know this? Do you know this? Do you know this? You know? And then later on I came to realize like music actually can be life. I mean,
music is life.
It is life. So I was like, I could get away from my troubles. I could say something. If I'm going through something, I could say it. It could help somebody else who's going through the same thing. Somehow therapeutic, I could say. So basically I was like, you know what, let me do this. And then when it became a business, it even motivated me more. Because I'm like, you know what, because somebody told me once, it's like, if you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life.
That is
so
true.
I'm like, okay, if I love this music and I do it, it's like, it could be my job and I could make money. And so that's how it became like, okay, let me just get into this. And how he helped me and changed me to become a better person as well. It's kind of like I couldn't see myself doing something else. Although I went to school for finance, financial management, blah, blah, blah. I could do all that. But still, this one will be like the number one, the first thing that will make me keep my sanity and so forth and so forth. So I became even a better person through exploring music, even learning new things, new culture, how to accept others, you know. know, and how you can impact and change the world.
Yeah.
Having that celebrity status where I could post somebody's something and they will be thrilled.
Yeah.
You know, it's always nice to make somebody happy, to thrill somebody.
Yeah.
So Yo came through
Thrilled
music.
and healed.
Healed.
You healed my soul when you post my
I'm
music.
humbled, I'm humbled.
Yeah, thank you so much. Please take us through your music journey to where you are now.
After high school, when I went to abroad, I was going to college, but I was still liking music, but I never really started doing it. So basically, after meeting a lot of people who inspired me, I started doing these mixtapes, tunaita mixtapes, kanda mseto. So recording songs over somebody else's beats and put them out, blah, blah, blah. So I was putting them online, Evo. So I dropped the first mixtape, then I dropped the second mixtape, and then the third one, zikaanza kupata more attention kwa Watanzania ambao wanaishi kwenye diaspora, and then later I started getting shows because the Tanzanian community then became East African community, and then became African community.
Wow.
And then I was opening shows for big artists, Professor J, RGA, Seafood Q, and then the Nigerian ones, Kina Ice Prince, Kina Two Face, Kina J Martins. I started doing that, and then I moved back to Tanzania. From here, faced a little resistance, kidogo, the acceptance, because of course I was using English and Swahili in my music. Some people didn't see me struggle from the beginning, so they was like, okay, who's this? So resilience was there, but I fought through that, and then luckily got an opportunity to perform in Big Brother for my own efforts.
That was really big.
Yeah. So I did that, and then everybody started noticing and paying more close attention. I dropped another mixtape, and then after that I dropped an EP, went to Nigeria, came back, and then I started working with local people to work on my videos, and that led to another mixtape and another mixtape, because I have a total of 7 mixtapes.
Wow.
And then finished off my album. Because the intention was after 3 mixtapes to drop the album, but when I got back, touchdown Tanzania, I saw there was a lot more work I needed to do. So basically, I had to work on that, and then finally I dropped the album last year, and since then it's been a crazy journey. Like all this time, making new artists as friends, collaborators, and whatnot. So basically, it's been a wonderful ride.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice. And which album do you like the most, and why?
Of my mixtapes, of my own project.
Yes.
Okay. Of my own project, I would say I like. Because if you say Kisimani is obvious now, I think I like. I'm torn between Live from Stakishari and Tequila. But I would say Tequila because, first of all, Tequila, I made a lot of money off from Tequila. Because it's you know how you've been releasing work, some people are skeptical, and then you did a lot to a point that when that mixtape came, everybody was like, hey, yeah, we messed with him. So it was the first time where everybody was like, man, can I get that? So yeah. And technically, I took it to another level, so to speak. The lyricism and the choices of topics I was addressing on that one. Yeah, so it was Tequila. I would say Tequila is there. Tequila.
Do you feel fulfilled?
I would say that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I haven't done yet, but looking at my resume, you know, man, because I've done a lot of things. Maybe they haven't given me money compared to other people, but I've accomplished that. You know, the sense of accomplishment. Kuna kipindi, I remember, I used to tell people, it's like, I hate to start something in kuishia njiani, you know, as long as I can finish. I used to have cornrows, nilikuwa na suka. So I set the goal to suka nywele na kuwa ndefu, and I did it. You know, so it's like, wewe kama ulisema utafanya hiki ukumaliza, I'm better than you because my goal is set. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, I like that type of business. Like I was able to do it regardless of what he gave me. Alafu nakumbuka, money is not the only scale of success, because
it isn't at all.
You can. I tell people, somebody was even asking me, so are you happy with Kisimani sales? I'm like, yes, I'm happy, because, okay, if he gave me 100 million, but he made somebody suicidal, that's a failure.
Yeah.
But if somebody was suicidal, heard Kisimani and decided not to kill themselves, and I only made 5 million, I'm good.
Yeah.
I saved a life, because you can never replace life.
Because there's more into music.
Exactly.
You said it yourself.
Exactly.
Music is life.
Yeah. So I'm like, hey, I'm fulfilled. So I would say that.
What do you do to rejuvenate?
Hanging out with younger artists, those who are hungry, because it's kind of like, and a lot of people are surprised sometimes, I listen to R&B and jazz music more than I listen to rap, you know. So it's kind of like put myself in positions where I'm like, man, I remember I was in that position.
Yeah.
I remember in that position. It will bring that feeling and that energy back to me, and I'll be like, let me go 10 times harder. And so those are the kind of things that I like to do, and that's why you find me like online. I'm following. It's funny sometimes, unakuta na follow artists upcoming kama 20, alafu 2 years later ati wao ndo wanakuja wananifollow me. I'm like, guys, you know what I mean? So I like to make sure I know what's going on and being inspired from others in what they do. Right now we have this issue, artists being more entrepreneurs, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like you see Monefe, you see Vanessa, you see Diamond, you know, you see Jukes, you know, wana wanakuwa na nguo kina Kalapina, you're selling clothes, you can shoes, you have Nani, Cologne, unaona. Hata record labels and I have other artists chini yako. Professor J has a kindergarten, unaona. So me with my younger brother and 2 sisters, we were working on a school, and now iko hadi darasa 7, and I never spoke about it. And I never spoke about it. So I'm like, okay, if the trend is being entrepreneurs, maybe I could inspire somebody with this.
That's really nice.
Yeah. So
the education industry need young people.
It does.
With open mindset.
Open mind stuff, and imagine we are all educated. So inaenda kwenye shule ya wasomi, inamaanisha kwamba it's like we know what it takes to be. Oh, if you want to be like us, we know what it will take for you to be like us, or even better. Because with the level of exposure we've been able to get, even at past education times when we're interacting with people and visiting different parts of the world. So basically
building the better version of the kids.
Exactly. Yeah. Most important.
Nice. Hongera.
Shukran.
Do you want to share where it is? Or
it's in my community, because I grew up in Ukonga, Stakishari, so it was necessary to be in Ukonga. Iko Stakishari Ukonga, Queen's English Medium Nursery and Primary School. So if you close by the police station there in Stakishari,
And for example, if I want to start music business, I am here maybe in secondary school or maybe wherever I am. You met my son, Graham. Say if he is passionate about it. How can one start?
Okay, it starts with the passion. First of all, you have to have the passion for it, and also you have the talent. Sometimes the talents can be nurtured. I mean, you have talents, you need some help to get it somewhere, which means hard work has to be there. When you're passionate, you'll be dedicated, you'll be hard working. So it starts with that. But then another thing people forget is, in this modern day and age, it's kind of like you need to have the education, you need to have the technical know-how of a lot of things. So most of the time, running away from school is not the best idea. You know what I mean?
That's
so
right.
you have to take care of your education. Like I tell a lot of people, when I was in high school, I used to run away from my physics classes to go play basketball, and then later on go to listen to Wu-Tang Clan, only ending up to hear him say the ODB and Method Man and them and Jesus saying the same stuff I ran away from class. It's like about megahertz and 93 million miles away, which is a distance from Earth to the Sun. I'm like, this is the same stuff I was hearing in class. So they made me going back to class the next day to see what the teacher's gonna say that I've already heard in my Wu-Tang Clan album. So basically, the education is important, and especially, let's say if you're doing music as a let's say hip hop music, that genre, it's kind of like you need to have a lot of knowledge into different things, physics, science, you know what I mean, or the civics, you know what I mean, geography, because you need to know, you have to keep it real and know, you're a product of your environment, but know how your environment surrounds you, the surroundings, be aware of it, because there's an element of freestyle where you're supposed to be, hey, I got kids playing in my back, this is like that, I'm cool like that,
nice.
You know what I mean? So you got to be able to do that. So education is very important. You got to make sure that you take care of your education side, and then by the time you really know, like, this is the time I have to go forward with it full force, then you do it. So making sure you have the education is nice, because for instance nowadays we have this, it's called the DIY, the do-it-yourself era, where you're supposed to know a lot of things by yourself, especially when you don't have the capital investments to hire somebody to be a manager, to be a publicist. Well, you're your own publicist. You're your own marketing team. So having at least basic knowledge by being attentive in school will help you a lot into being starting up into the business.
Wow, that's really nice. You said something that to be a technical musician when it comes to rap music, you need education. That's very critical. But I live in an era, or we do, that most people think rap music is Kiswahili tunasema mziki wa kufoka bado jamii ina pull back watu kama mimi ambao na I'm a mother, but I love rap music.
True.
Lakini it doesn't make me any less of a respectful woman. So what is your message to the community? Because now the paradigm has to shift. What is your message to the community when it comes to rap music, education and empowerment?
You know, basically the message is very simple. Like it's easy to judge something, you know, in a negative way or in a negative tone when you don't really understand it. So most people, all they need to is try to understand, you know, view things from their perspective. If I draw number 9 from this side, it's 9. When you stand on the other side, it's 6.
It's 6,
you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, if you give it a chance, anybody or anything that's given a chance, it will show its value. Because almost everything has value. You know, even a stone that's just there, it's a stone, but if you pick it up, you put water and mud, it might build you a wall.
That's
you see what I'm saying? So basically, you have to give it an opportunity, give it a chance. Being a technical MC or a rapper or whatsoever is something that when you meet an MC who's that, they've been through a lot, they research a lot, they read a lot, they try to relate with a lot, you know, so it's kind of like a walking gold mine. You see what I mean? So basically it's kind of like somebody you should respect, you know, making sure that you know you have it. Because art, when you're very technical with your art, is basically ni somo la shule, because we are learning fasihi. That's fasihi. Being technical is kwamba unafuatilia the fasihi of it, of the adhira, fanani, the miundo ya kuandika, this style of writing, the lyricism. No, it's like we are preserving culture by doing that, because the technical MC and a conscious MC will make sure kwamba ana preserve art and at the same time ana preserve utamaduni, the culture of that we're living in. So you can never take it for granted. Yes, we have a lot of subgenres in hip hop. Those who just like look at a woman with a big behind and do a rap. Yeah, we do have those. Or those who just like to have a catchy beat to play in a club. But music or hip hop is more than just being played in a club. Just see the whole visioning or the whole like picture when you try to become a conscious MC. All you have to go through, basically you better yourself. It's knowledge. The MC becomes a better person by understanding more and relating to more people. You know what I mean? So basically that's personal empowerment. Because I become this person who is knowledgeable into different issues, you know what I mean? And sometimes even the process of writing, you become a better person yourself, like by things that you view. I said in one of my lyrics, I said, the more I write, I become spiritual.
Wow.
And
that is deep.
Yeah. Because the more I try to explore, like how can I go deeper into this? I find myself in a spiritual world, not even the regular stuff. So
that's really nice. Music is so liberating.
It is.
Oh my God.
And now imagine the business that can be generated into the community by making sure that we empower these artists. You empower them and give them an opportunity. They'll show you their value as brand, and that art could become a business ambayo everybody in the community is gonna be able to benefit from.
So music and empowerment, we mean it provides employment.
It does.
And the
economy thrives with that, and of course culture thrives with that. Personal economy, you know, with the artists, you know, and then the self-awareness, they walk thing, so to speak. People become more woke with the music, you know, because you get to understand things, you get to try and error kind of thing. So it's
and entertainment.
That's obvious. That's an obvious one. So
WAKAZI, weird question is coming. You rap in English sometimes.
Bilingual.
Yes, right. And I love One Day Yes, your song. I said
weird, very weird.
And most people are pulling back young people from speaking English, from learning English. Of course, Kiswahili ni kitamu, kitamu sana. Lakini at least kila mtu anakijua. But then we need to learn English because it's the official language. And we need to go international. What is your message to young people in schools, to young people in universities, and in workplaces, everywhere, about the perception that they have towards English?
We have to change the narrative. I say this all the time. I tell people in 2014 on Twitter, my Twitter colleagues, I would tell them, guys, why do we bash so much people who do music in English and Swahili? It was like, you're not gonna make it, blah, 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 doing that in Tanzania. I was like, why? First of all, Tanzania has 2 official languages, English and Swahili. You know, in the justice system, English is the primary language. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, we do use both languages, and it's only us, unaona, nchi pekee ambayo inaleta visingizio pale ambapo tunatakiwa tuonyeshe effort. Because if you make a little effort, mimi nimesoma Loyola High School in Dar es Salaam. We will have, sisi tumeanza kusoma Kiingereza kwa ile fully karibia hapa kama somo darasa la 3. Kama somo. If you didn't go to English medium school, darasa la 3. And then by darasa form 1, everything is in English except Swahili subject. You see what I'm saying? So from la 3 unakijua hadi la 7 kidogo unakijua. And then from 1 hadi form 4, that's 4 years. And then from 5 na 6, those who are lucky, that's 2 more years. And then university 3 years, if 4, if 5 kama uko medicine. All these years you cannot communicate in English. Wakati mimi nilipokuwa Loyola, wanakuja watu wa Peace Corps kutufundisha, mwezi wa kwanza, pili, mwezi wa 3 mnaongea Kiswahili. Why?
Effort.
Yeah, just little effort. Any effort ndogo sana. Sasa sisi tunajiwekea ile, tuna block, unaona, the blessing to come, and then tunakuja tunalalamika, and then tunaita excuses on something very nani. Kumbuka back in the early 90s, the only English medium schools were maybe IST and ILOS, ambayo wasn't really a shule.
For Arusha school.
But right now, Tabata, Segerea, sijui wapi, Kinyerezi, sijui wapi, everywhere there's English medium school. So why bado tunasema Kiingereza akilipi wakati we have these things? 2013, the top 10 songs in the country, if they didn't have a chorus in English, the title of the song was in English. Everything became bilingual. So I'm like, guys, why are you being resistant for nothing? You see what I'm saying? And if we really want to compete, because there's one thing having the technical know-how, but at the same time, there's the, can you express yourself? Can you communicate? Because when it comes to the workforce, you need to be able to work in a group. Can you communicate? You see what I'm saying? Like, can you confidently say what you know? Because you may know something, but if you can express it, nobody cares. You see, so it's like we have to know this language, you know, and that's how people will know what else we know.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So we need to stop this bickering and English. This is very important. Now it gives you advantage in the outside world. I'll give you another example. I was in America for a while. In the southern states, southwest states, most of them are bilingual now because the population of Hispanics is huge. To a point, kupata kazi kama unajua Spanish, it works in your advantage. And I was living in Chicago. There was a lot of Hispanics I'm working with. I was never learning. Right before I was about to come back home, that's when I started learning. I feel so bad because I could have gotten a job if I had the Spanish advantage. You see? So basically tunajirudisha nyuma wenyewe kwa vitu ambavyo havina msingi, ni kujifunza tu au unakuwa na umakini. Yes, the education system sometimes inazingua. We had a discussion on Twitter the other day. I was saying, man, even at the lecturers at UD, it's kind of like wanakufundisha something in English and then they explain it through Swahili. But I'm like, hiyo ni tatizo, don't praise that. It's a problem that needs to change. If we change the narrative, unaona, from kuanzia mwanzo, everything else will go in a better than circle.
I think WAKAZI, your thinking is so exciting. It starts with the mind. It starts with the mind. Kwa hiyo what you're trying to say is tujue Kiswahili kifasaha na tujue Kiingereza
vizuri kabisa. That's very important.
That's
nice. How you become competitive. For instance, kafundi kuonyesha mimi. The ability to use both languages give me a competitive edge when it comes to being a technical artist. I'll give you an example. Being technical involves mambo mengi sana, si ndio? Lyricism na nini, the metaphoric unakuwa. If I say the word banana to me, he has 4 meanings, if not 5. No. Banana.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please share. Enlighten me.
Okay. Have you ever heard of somebody called Banana Zoro?
Yes.
So when I say banana, I could be meaning Banana Zoro.
Yes. Yes.
But when I say banana, it could be Ukonga Banana. You heard of that place?
No.
Yeah. Airport, Majumba Citas,
Yes,
Japana
yes,
Segerea,
yes.
Banana.
Yes.
So that's a place, banana. But also banana is ndizi.
Yeah, it's
Ndio.
a fruit.
But also banana is being congested. That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are right.
But the fifth one is a more of a metaphoric, meaning male reproductive organs.
Oh, okay.
That's the fifth one, more notorious
Yeah.
one. So being able to be a Tanzanian and know Banana Zoro, that's an advantage for me to use that word in a different way. But also knowing Swahili, banana is something, is ndizi. So if I say banana, you can relate to that. But also banana, and then there's a place called banana, being aware of that. You see what I'm saying?
So it's important to balance.
Yeah, to balance. And it gives you an edge a little bit. So I maximize the ability that I have to use both languages to be unique. Because even in music, you have to also be unique. People will be like, man, why don't you just use straight Swahili or use straight English? I'm like, nah, why not use both? Because I've branded myself as bilingual beast.
Yeah.
How am I bilingual beast and then I'm just communicating in English?
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, where's that bilingualism in that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it gives you competitive edge in the market as well. So
What are your plans for the near future as far as music is concerned?
In the near future, of course, I just had the album in 2018 was crazy. It was all about Kisimani.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it was,
that was really crazy.
Yeah, it was all about
Happy
Kisimani.
for you.
I
Hongera
appreciate it.
sana.
I appreciate it. Still Kisimani because we still have a lot of singles that we haven't put out, and we're gonna work on a lot more video. But through my work ethic imprint, I'm gonna be working with new artists, upcoming artists, because I work closely with artists who do similar to what I do, the bilingual ones, or so to speak, the English ones. We have something called Temayai Nation, where we embracing all artists who perform in English or English and Swahili, and they don't usually get airplay, get opportunity, get the spotlight. So I'll be working with those as well as other artists, the Tema Swahili artists, who I see they have talents, but just because of the way the industry is set up, they don't get fair share into making it. So I'll be working with those and probably get back into my acting because I started doing acting roles here and there. Yeah, so I'll probably do a few more acting, and a lot more shows, because I haven't done the tour that I had expected to do at the end of the year because I ended up going to other tours. I was invited to other tours and other shows, so I was like, I had to put mine on hold until further notice. So probably I will get that done in this year as well to make sure that people in mikoani, especially mikoa ambayo sijaenda kabisa, they get to enjoy the Kisimani, the WAKAZI experience, so to speak.
Nice.
So that's what I'm working on.
Hongera.
Sure, I appreciate it.
So when we were talking earlier, I told you about my organization to help under 18 rape victims.
Yeah.
Sasa voices like yours are very powerful.
Yeah.
So I humbly ask you to say in front of the camera, ubakaji Tanzania sasa basi. And of course your anything you want to share around that.
Okay. So no problem. Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy WAKAZI. Swag above the bilingual beats. Dracula lala mchana kesho usiku muza vitu beberu when you say TLG. Chinua uchebe. Mimi hapo kule, which means we're different. And get what's gonna be different. Ubakaji sasa Tanzania basi.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So before we end, if there's anything you want to share with the people, anything really, the young people are really eager and thirsty to listen to you. So please share some.
Yeah, I mean, about the young people, I tell them every time that you should never stop learning. Every experience that you go through is a learning experience.
Yes.
So value it, even if it's a loss. Value it, understand it, learn from it. And dreams don't have deadlines. So just because you see somebody making it and you haven't, or maybe you started before them, that should never discourage you because you don't know what's going to come afterwards. So keep working at it, keep staying at it. The most important thing I would say is learn from people who made it as much as you can learn from people who didn't. Because sometimes people be like, Diamond made it, I want to be like Diamond. Why don't you try to learn from, this guy didn't make it. I have to make sure I don't do what he did. Because you may do what Diamond did to make it. That was viable or was relevant for the time Diamond was doing. And then while you're trying to do that, you're doing stuff that this guy did and never made it. Yeah, so you have to avoid those kind of issues. And it's like use the things that you already have at the moment to get you to the next step, because help is gonna come, but it's not gonna come in a fashion that you want it to come. No, your efforts is gonna determine when the how and when that help is going to come. So sometimes unaweza kuwa unajiona kama si una kila kitu. For instance, when an artist approached me, hey, naomba unisaidie. I'm like, yo, my name is WAKAZI. My company is work ethic, nidhamu ya kazi. Why don't you come to me for help? Show me your value so we can work together. You know, so artists wanakosea kutoelewa kwamba sometimes you have to show your value as little as it may seem, because hiyo value utakayoonyesha ndio determine how I'm going to work with you in the future. No, how disciplined are you? Because if you just come to me and be like, nisaidie, it's like I'm not in a position ya kumsaidia mtu yet, or even maybe ever, because I want to work with people who I see they have something, they are doing something, they're making the effort, ndio unamuempower yule mtu. And that way, that's how you end up being empowered.
Kabisa.
So basically, that's what I would say to all these young
really
people.
Good advice.
Yeah.
And what message do you have for us who are looking at young people who are really putting effort when it comes to rap music, and we are saying this is not the right direction? Not because we hate it, but because we still don't know if it really adds value and empowers. Yeah,
now the thing is with that is either way, even us, the rappers, have to do a better job as well. Because rapping at different faces, if we keep showing the face that's gonna make people believe otherwise, then it's our fault. You see what I mean? So I'm like, yes, everybody else has to give it a chance, but it's our responsibility as well to make sure that we give them something that you can back up your statement and your claims. Because sometimes in Akuwa Ngumu, we're saying hip hop is this positive, and then when they tune on the radio, they only see the negative. You know, I do that by examples. I mean, like, I'm in Mwanza, I'm gonna shoot a video in Mwanza, show the good things about Mwanza, and then the content is gonna be all positive. If I'm in this and this and this, I'm not trying to do things that's gonna sababisha mtu ahisi kama vile I'm a hypocrite. Artists have to stop being hypocrites, and if we really need to get that opportunity ya kuonekana kwamba sisi tuna value, we have to get better. And kwa upande wa pili nyie, just give us a chance. Kama treat us kama watoto, nani watoto wao. It's like mtoto akikosea unamkanya, lakini unampa opportunity ya kujaribu mara pili, because then you end up seeing what really we have, ambao na wao wanaweza ka benefit from us, and the whole community could get empowered with what we do, so to speak.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, WAKAZI.
You're welcome.
I really love this conversation. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're going to thank me. I told you. Thank you so much for being there, for watching, for listening to us. WAKAZI is so deep. My God. Ritha Talk Show. Remember to follow me on Instagram, rita.tarimo. Thank you, Fab Trends, for this amazing outfit, and Central Park for this lovely, lovely place. The coffee still tastes the same since 2017. Asante.